1.
Florida League's finest here in Sanford, and what a beautiful night of baseball it is. The clouds are rolling in, but the rain has stayed away, and the Suns are here in Sanford. We're glad to have you with us. Adrian Delgado out of office today. Christian Boussier here in the booth. The River Rats hot and ready for the playoffs. There's only 3 more regular season games to go, and still a lot of records in reach for the River Rats. We'll start with Mock, who's already off to a historic season. 1 to break the single season walks record from Sanford, and 6 to break the league walks. He's also only 3 runs scored away from breaking the Sanford single season runs record. And just in case you had no other reasons to look at Mock for a MVP candidate, well, there you go. The Suns hot off a sweep of the squeeze, and a big sweep as well as things start to tighten up from the playoffs. Everyone fighting for that 2, 3, and 4 seed. We are set for a great postseason of baseball. But enough about that. Let's take a look at tonight's game. Jacob Regal on the mound for the River Rats, and he has had a pretty good season for them, although the sample size is small. Only 11 innings in 3 games started, 4 games total, 15 walks, 13 stolen bases, 12 hits, and a 6.35 ERA. It has been up and down for him just a little bit this season, but he has maintained composure, and they are entrusting him with the start. You will see some new names playing this, span of games coming up these next 3 days. They're trying to get some guys primed and ready for the playoffs. We'll start with one of the newer faces here on the River Rats, and that is Caleb Rhodes, who made his debut against the Snappers just a game ago before that doubleheader got rained out. Rhodes has come here from Illinois, more specifically Streamwood, Illinois. The 6'2", 255-pound right field and first baseman coming in after Xavier Lopez took that injury and is out for the rest of the season. So we are all set for baseball here. First pitches are just in a moment. And now let's take a look at the DeLand Suns as the River Rats have taken the field and Regal has warmed up. Baez batting that leadoff spot. The 250 hitter has had a pretty remarkable season this year as he settles into the box. He'll be followed by O'Brien, Tidwell, and Thomas in the 4-hole. Browner, Janela, O'Sullivan, Sayanis, and Cetriacho, and Valente, at the bottom as Regal fires his first pitch in for a strike. 6:34, and a whole lot of baseball to follow. Here's the 1-0, taken outside on Baez. On the outside, Baez trying to fight against Regal, who has been a little wild when it comes to those outside pitches. He's got some nice velocity behind him, but he has suffered some command issues this past season. He's set up on the 3-0 now. An early 3-0 on Baez. Looking to get his first strike to connect. Here's Regal, who takes a pause, now kicks and deals. And with that, it's a 4-pitch leadoff walk, 88 miles an hour, but just a little too outside. Regal walks his first man. He was the opening day starter for the River Rats way back in June, and as the season winds down and the playoffs start to pick up here, Regal has not seen a ton of action, although a lot of promise. As O'Brien comes to follow, 296 this season. Now with a man on first base who's looking aggressive and leading hard. This one right back up the middle. Spiker can't get a glove, and it's through for a base hit. The Suns come in swinging and aggressive. First pitch and a single for O'Brien.
Here's the third baseman. Where's number 6? Leads the team, leads the league in doubles.
O'Brien to Tidwell now, the connection.
Leads the team in triples.
Tidwell leading his team in extra base hits. But the 9 RBI hitter has 2 men on early in this matchup between the Rats and the Suns. Regal from the stretch. He's taking a long look at second. Now fires. Missing the zone for ball number 1. 1 strike and 5 balls out of 6 pitches thrown this game so far. As he comes set one more time. Here's the 1-0. Take it up high and outside. The velocity staying consistent in the mid-80s, maybe lower 90s if he gets a pitch that he really feels comfortable with. He just cannot connect on the zone. Here's the 2-0. Again, taken upstairs.
Back to the old days here, huh?
Regal is already in trouble in this game as the Suns are threatening early. 2 on, nobody out, and the 3-0 pitch to Tidwell. It finds the zone for strike 1. It was a nice fastball that he was able to sneak into the zone, 86 miles per hour. Calise playing behind the runner at second. He will stop and take a peek. Now he focuses on Babbitt. He fires at the breaking pitch outside and a 5-pitch walk for Regal. Bases are loaded early here in Sanford. And he leads the league in home runs. It is Gavin Thomas, man with a powerful bat, an explosive bat for the Suns. Faces the Rats with the bases loaded, and Regal is really under pressure now. First pitch, breaking ball, and did not hit Thomas, but it went behind him and goes in for ball number 1. Regal comes set. You notice that he's throwing wild, but you certainly don't want to throw anything down the middle to the guy who is leading the league in home runs, especially when he's got the bases loaded this early in the game.
How long is Litch going to give this guy to throw strikes?
Here's the 2-0. In the dirt, Babbitt picks it out. Now the count goes back to 3-0. For Jesse Litch, he just sits and he's sitting in the dugout looking out thinking, what can I do here? You want to get as much as you can out of your starter, but on the 3-0, Regal outside, and it gets away from Babbitt, but they'll walk in the run. Just like that, it's a run walked in for Gavin Thomas, and the Suns able to strike first. 1-0 here in Sanford.
Runs batted in, right fielder, number 1.
And brings up Bronner. Who is second on the team in RBIs. A sneaky Suns team that has hit some trouble in the middle of the season, but has found their way back and now looking for a playoff spot. Trying to clinch a higher seed. Bases still loaded, nobody out. Regal's next pitch in the dirt. Nick Goody ready to go out and make a meeting, and he will. They call time. Here comes Goody. Going to talk to his pitcher, the assistant coach. Spent some time in the major leagues. And for Regal, he's thinking, man, this is tough. And with the bases loaded, Nick Goody's just trying to get his guy to calm down. Only 1 ball has been put in play, and it is a single right back up the middle off a fastball that was in the lower part of the zone. And Nick still talking to his pitcher. We've seen some wild pitches from the Rats staff, but nothing quite to this caliber. This early in the game to walk in a run and keep the bases loaded. They have yet to record an out, whether defensively or in the box. As Goody finishes up there with Regal. And stepping off, and they are set to play baseball once again. They face Browner, the 1 home run, 12 RBIs, 235 hitter. This guy has had an outstanding season as well for the Suns. This Regal comes across to the 16 pitch mark. He's only thrown 2 strikes. First pitch outside. Regal with the 2-0. Gets in the swing, and there's a strike, a fastball, 85 miles per hour. On the outside of the zone, it got him to swing. Regal set once more. Here's the 2-1 in the dirt. So after that powerful strike, he once again falls back in the count. Browner looking to walk in another run. Here's the 3-1. Gets a piece of it right back up the middle over Khalees's glove. That's going to score another run. They're going to send him around third. He's wailing around third. Here's the throw from Khalees. It's up high, and Babbitt can't bring it in time. 2-run score. It's a 2 RBI single for Browner. Just like that, the Suns are up 3-0.
Middle Tennessee, EH number 10, Jackson Janela.
Jackson Janela, the extra hitter for the Suns, settles into the box. The right-hander now faces Regal, who has fallen into more trouble as that one pops out of Babbitt's glove. Janela has not yet faced this Rats lineup. He was not in the lineup last time the Rats played against the Sanford River Rats. Certainly has not faced Regal. This one fouled back and out of play.
What happened to all 3 hitters on that post-game thing? They still had a tie. I would imagine that they'd bring one more. I was surprised that they put Orlando. They had put so many better.
Regal taking his time to get set. You'll notice a lot of new faces here in the league as we come up to the playoffs. The rosters have now frozen, but some guys called up from the D2 league as of late for most of the teams in the league, the Rats included, filling in some roster spots for the playoffs after a few injuries and deactivations.
You know what would happen if they were still tied? Would they bring out one more?
I think they would have just gone again.
Oh.
Here's the 2-1. On the ground, right back to Regal, who fires the second for one. He touches the bag over the first and a double play. 1-6-3 double play. Jacob Regal, Khalees, and Rhodes. We take a look at this Sanford defensive lineup after that. Take a look at some of the guys who made it all happen there. Rhodes, the new guy at first base, and Spiker settling into second with Khalees back at his normal shortstop, and Puckett, who has found himself away at third base. Babbitt catching for Regal, and Harmon, King, Rocco from right to left. In the outfield, Dawson Mock not playing defensively, but in as the extra hitter. So after that double play, it seems like the Rats have stepped on the gas a little bit. First pitch strike, the first pitch strike this game for Regal. This one on the ground. Here's Spiker, who fields it in, flips it to first, and they get out of the inning. before any more damage is done, but it's a solar flare for the Suns. 3-0 in the top of the first inning. The Rats due up next.
From the Florida Collegiate Summer League.
Back here in Sanford, and now to introduce you to this DeLand Suns lineup, our producer Marcelo, take it away.
Thank you so much, Chris. As we start to talk about the lineups for the DeLand Suns, as for right now,
And also leads the league in walks.
apologies for the delay. We started with Baez as the first batter, then we have O'Brien, follow with Tidwell, Gito. For the Sanford River Rats, my apologies, everyone. We started with the best player, in my opinion, of the Sanford River Rats. Also, Mo. Next, with Kalisep, Pocket, Mueller, Rocco, Harman, Babbitt, and the last three as pitcher, Rhodes, and King.
It's 1 pitch, 1 out for Dawson Mock, who on the first pitch aggressively swinging and aggressively flying out to left field to Thomas. Mock has, like we said in the pregame show, been electric this season. He is coming up on a few more records. Keep in your back pocket. More on that when we get there. Meanwhile, it's Khalees, who had a long ball against the Snappers in a huge game, a powerful home run derby-esque game against the Snappers that saw 4 home runs. Meanwhile, on the first pitch, he swings and grounds out to third. 2 pitches and 2 outs. Khalees and Mock go down swinging on a couple of flyouts and ground balls. It brings up Stuart Puckett with 2 away.
Christian, you should have noticed from the beginning of this game that the Sanford River Rats had over 10 pitches, and then most of them were like balls, and we got like a couple strikes, 1 foul ball, and just 1 hit from the DeLand Suns. And as for right now, we just got the third pitch. We got 2 hits, but sadly they were go to out. So that's an amazing defensive way to start off for the Suns.
It's Johns trying to face the minimum. 2 away, he gets Puckett to swing, and the count runs 1-1. Puckett also had a home run alongside Khalees against the Snappers back on Tuesday. That doubleheader unfortunately got rained out as Puckett takes a pitch outside.
I was in that game with you and Esteban, and I would say that both teams, both Snappers and the Rats, were amazing offensively. We got too many home runs, we got too many hits, we got too many runs. That was just amazing to watch as a baseball fan.
He falls 3-1, and you're right, 4 home runs between the Snappers and the Rats. All of them leaving the park by a lot. The farthest of which, Stuart Puckett, 383 feet, but He takes strike 2, swinging for 383 that time. 3-2 to Stuart Puckett. Johns, like I said, trying to face the minimum. Inside on Puckett. And he will walk.
They might have 2 outs at the moment for the Sanford River Rats. However, this is a good way to at least try to get some damage against the Suns. So we have to take what they can take.
Johns trying to do some damage control. As Mueller settles in, the extra hitter for the Rats, who has had a breakout season for them since joining the lineup a few weeks ago. Him alongside Anthony Rocco, who was on deck outside, and Valente having to keep it in front of him.
If I may, Christian, I just want to read the stats for Jones. They might not be much because he only managed to play 1 game that was against the Winter Guard, the 1-10-2. But he has an ERA of 2.25 with just 4 strikeouts and 2 walks in the base.
On the ground up the middle, and a base hit. Centracho can't get to it. 2 on and 2 away for the Rats, who are looking to strike just like the Suns did. And yeah, for Johns, a small sample size, only 4 innings, but a 2.25 ERA and 4 strikeouts. And he certainly had started efficiently this game. Although he has fallen behind, he is still at a shot to get out of this inning.
Christian, me and you, throughout all the season, we've seen the Rats always trying to maintain the composure, maintain calm, make sure that even if you guys are losing by 1, 2, or 3 runs, like in this case, they still can manage to make some damage.
And make some damage they will. They've come back. And most of the games they've played, they've been down. Give or take a few blowouts. They have fallen and come back to either walk it off or score enough runs to take the win. Meanwhile, it is going to tie up the count 1-1 on Rocco. It's going to be followed by Harmon if we get there. The tying run at the plate. Right-hander has the wind going for him. Taken on the outside corner, but not a strike.
One good example about the Sanford River Rats managed to get a comeback was last month, if I remember correctly. They were losing against the Winter Park. I believe it was 2-0. And then the Sanford River Rats, they managed to come back.
This one right back up the middle,
like
and that's through for a base hit. They're going to wave Puckett around, who's trying to keep the helmet on, and it will come off the play at the plate. Oh, there's a collision. He's in there safely. Valente is unhappy with that one. Puckett says the train is on the tracks, and I'm going to go through. He scores, rounding the bases, and a great throw from O'Brien out in center field to try and capture him. 3-1, a 2-run ball game now. The tying run at first base.
Just like we mentioned, it's 2 outs, yes, but you still have a chance to make damage, and the Sanford River, they just managed to get a 1 run for this game.
It always comes in chaotic fashion for the Rats, and no excuse there.
I guess the Rats, they just like it to make it more entertaining for everyone.
The Rats have certainly been the entertaining team to watch. Primetime baseball on this Thursday night. Rocco gets a piece of 1. It's a little chopper to first, and he fields it nicely. That's Sayonis, who touches the bag and gets out of the inning before things get worse. The Rats able to put up 1 on 2 hits. It is 3-1. The Suns still lead. Back in Sanford after a big first inning for both teams. 4 runs across the board, 3 to the Suns, 1 to the Rats. We start with Sayonis to lead things off for the Suns against Regal, who, although struggled in the first inning, may have more composure this time around. It was a good pitch, but it's taken for ball 1 on the inside to Sayonis.
Christian, if you're just Lynn, what kind of like talk or speech you would tell your pitcher or how to do for the start of the second inning?
It always comes down to upping the velocity and lowering your command. So I think if you're Regal, he needs to lower his velocity and focus on just throwing strikes. It sounds so plain and simple, but when you're just throwing strikes, the velocity will come after. 1-1 on the count. Here's Regal's next. Gets in the swing and chase an inside pitch that was running in and foul it away. This 2-strike count here early in this inning. 1-2 to Sayonis. Regal kicks and deals. Gets him to swing at a high fastball, and his first strikeout of the game comes in the second.
Now, like you just said, like maintain composure and also like maybe changing the velocity to also focus on to get the more the strikeouts. I would say whatever talk he gave it, he worked. Now we just start with the strikeout for him. Good for Regal on the start of the season.
It's a leadoff strikeout for Regal, who fires and hits a breaking pitch on the inside.
When it comes to pitching, what do you think is more important, velocity or precision?
It always comes down to a mix of it. You have to have a mix of velocity and control, although you see guys who specialize in either control or specialize in velocity, but you could throw 115 miles an hour. If you're throwing way outside, it's not going to matter. Regal on the 1-1.
Oh.
Inside again on Centrachio.
If a ball is going 150 miles per hour, that's not something that you would like to get hit by.
Yeah, absolutely not. Here's the 2-1 from Regal. Right back up the middle. Regal fields it. Throw to first. And Rhodes plays it nicely.
A little 1-3 play just to get the second out of the game.
Regal's second play of the game. He also turned a double play against Janilla, the 1-6-3 back in the first inning. It was the key to getting him out of a sticky situation, and he faces Valente. First pitch swinging, first pitch popping up. Here's Harmon giving chase in foul territory. The hat comes flying off, and he makes the grab for out number 3. Now 3 up, 3 down for Regal. He faces the minimum. 3-1 your score. The Rats do up. Blue skies all around Sanford. And a beautiful night for baseball. The regular season wrapping up.
Blue skies, and also we getting a little bit of wind getting to the left field.
Wind's always played a big factor in Sanford. On the deepest ballpark that they will play in, except for Melching. The Suns know all about that. It's Babbitt to lead off. After the put out back in the first inning on Harmon, Babbitt will lead off, who has seen a handful of action, 6 for his last 33. He's got 7 RBI. And although the smaller build, the catcher has established himself as a key piece in this order. 1-1 from Johns. Taken low. Early 2-1 count. The pitch is popped up. Center field O'Brien giving chase, still going back. He's at the track. It carried all the way to the wall. Out number 1.
You just mentioned about the wind could be a factor, and I would say now the center field player almost had some struggles to get the ball, but they managed to get it just in time for the first out.
O'Brien was able to get under it and have it carry quite a bit, but dropping into the glove of O'Brien. Brings up Spiker, who is in the back half of this lineup. Followed by Rhodes and Cameron King, and then they face Mock. If they get there, 1 away for Johns, who is working into his 2nd inning here.
I know Spiker has actually good numbers for the Sanford River Rats. 13 runs, 13 hits, 2 doubles. That's something that you should be afraid of if you're the Suns.
Spiker has been key to a lot of the extra base hits that the Rats have had this season, alongside Mock and Anthony Saliva, who legged out a triple just a game ago. One of the requirements this season has been speed for the Rats, as that one's gonna dome off of Daniel Spiker.
Hopefully that ball was not going over 115 miles per hour.
Taken right off the helmet, came in on a breaking pitch, and now the new kid in town, Caleb Rhodes, set to take his 2nd at-bat all-time for the Rats. 0 for 1 so far this season, struck out against the Snappers in Orlando. Made his debut in a pinch hit situation. First pitch inside, smothered by Valente.
Caleb Rhodes, a sophomore from the College of Olive Harley, Colorado, and he's sometimes from Streamwoods, Illinois. Far away from home.
Here's the pitch. Rhodes sends one the other way and out of play. 6'2", 255 pounds of raw power. Rhodes is looking to as he sent one the other way. 1-1 count to Rhodes. They quickly throw over to Spiker. The scooping tag doesn't get him. The crowd really starting to pile in. Sanford, the pitch down low on Rhodes. One ball and 2 strikes. The next offering inside on Rhodes. A 3-1 count, and the command issues we saw from Regal back in the first inning have seemed to have now plagued Johns, who hit Spiker and now is on the brink of walking Rhodes. Here comes the 3-1. Rhodes gets a piece of one and hammers it to second. He fires to second for 1. He slides in. It's a double play. The Suns able to get out of it. Spiker thought he could break it up there on the slide in the second.
It's a shame, and I was about to mention, even though Caleb Rhodes is a new player of the team, he doesn't have much information about him, so it could be beneficial for him because they could tell him, like, I can do some damage for all of you. I'm not scared of you. However, the DeLand Suns managed to get a double play for that.
So it is still 3-1 the score. We're back with the Suns in a moment. Wind still howling out there, blowing out to left field. The Suns and the Rats keep this game 2 runs, but they're back at the top of the DeLand lineup here in the 3rd inning. And Regal still entrusted with the ball. He was able to escape the inning last time back in the top of the 2nd. But starts at 1-0, back up the middle and over second base for a base hit. 2 pitches and another single. Baez reaches first for the 2nd time this game.
Diego Baez started with a walk to base, and now he managed to get a single. Good start for him.
Has had himself a pretty nice game so far tonight against Jacob Regal, who was slated to be one of the top performers in this Rats rotation. He's come in relief for a game. This one's going to lay down a bunt down in the corner. Puckett fielding it, and everyone's going to be safe. He's got to hustle back to second. They throw the tag. He's safe. He slid off the bag.
That was
2-1.
That was risky from Baez. Like, he thought for a second like they didn't catch the ball, or they were going to throw it at first, and he was thinking to get to third, but luckily he managed to compose it and then go back to second.
The squeeze play played successful. Puckett was playing from his normal third base position. He threw down the bunt almost secretly, and everyone was safe. He tried to barehand it. Next offering, fouled away. Aggressive first pitch swinging from Tidwell.
I was impressed by O'Brien's punt. Normally on punts, sometimes either you miss or the ball just goes to foul. But he managed to get it executed perfectly to get to first and also get Baez to second.
No balls and 1 strike to Tidwell. He fires, gets him to swing, strike number 2. Regal recorded a strikeout back in the 2nd inning against Zayanis to lead things off after talking to assistant coach Nick Goody, the former New York Yankee.
Impressive that we got a coach from the big leagues like the Yankees itself.
Back to Major League coaches. Jesse Litch pitched for the Blue Jays. This one's popped up. It's going to be the left center gap. Here's King still trailing, and it's up against the wall. Here's Roca who comes up with it. They're going to wave him around third. Kalisa's cutoff throw. Here's Babbitt. The tag, it gets away. They're going to send him to third. Here's the throw down the third. Puckett's tag. He slides in, and he's safe. They call time. Everybody's safe. Catastrophe for the River Rats. 4-1.
The wind actually played a huge factor on this one. the players were all over the place. Rugo could not manage to get the ball on time. He passes the ball, but Khaleesi gets it, and then Babbitt tries to get it, but unfortunately did not get the tag. He dropped the ball and then went away. And then tries to get it to third, and once again, did not get the tag.
Khaleesi's cutoff throw was almost perfect. Just a little outside from Babbitt.
Single advance on the E6.
On the error from Khaleesi. Puckett almost had the tag down at third base. There's still nobody out. 4-1 your score. The Suns keep hammering into the River Rats. This one popped up right field, sending Harmon back. It's in the gap. It's dropping it up against the wall. King plays it off the wall. Another run's going to score. They send 2 in. It's a stand-up 2 RBI double for Thomas.
Impressive, impressive, and impressive. That's all I can say for the Suns on the first 3 innings of the game. They managed to get just 6 hits with 6 runs.
It is a productive day for the DeLand Suns. Jacob Riegel can only hope to get out of this inning as action picks up in the Rats bullpen.
And you need to imagine what's in the head of Jacob Riegel right now. You got no outs as for right now, and somehow they managed to get 6 runs.
This one smacked in the right field and down in front of Harmon. They put runners on the corners. First pitch swinging for Bronner, who goes 2 for 2 so far today.
Not for once, even on the corners. There was a big risk if he wanted to go to home, so he wanted to play safe and stay on third.
And now it's Trey Babbitt's turn to go up there and talk to Riegel. Still nobody out, runners in scoring position. The DeLand Suns just keep on hammering.
If you're the catcher, what would you like your pitcher to do besides getting the strikeouts? Because here's the thing. If they manage to get hits, that would mean that the ball was heading to strike. Is that correct? Or am I possibly wrong?
Half and half. I think right now that conversation is more talking about a different sequence, instead of going maybe fastball, breaking ball, they might mix it up a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
Runners on the corners. Riegel comes set, nobody out. Faces Junilla, who grounds one right through the gap between Puckett and Khaleesi. Another run will score and put runners at first and second as Jesse Litch now wandering out of the dugout and taking a peek at his bullpen.
Shortstop, number 9, Connor. Solid.
4 runs have scored here for the DeLand Suns. Riegel fires this one on the ground, right past Riegel's glove, but here's Spiker who flips to Khaleesi over to first, a double play, and a crucial double play. 2 away, runner on third. They're able to sneak one through. Riegel again taking a seat for second.
Just like in the first inning. In this case, it was Spreacher, and then back to Khaleesi, and then send it back to Rhodes to get a double play.
It's the second double play turned by Braden Khaleesi and company. That pitch finds the zone for strike 1. On Sayonis. Struck out the first victim to Jacob Riegel. In fact, the only victim to Jacob Riegel. First strikeout, only strikeout as he swings and fouls it off himself. On a 2-0.
Here's the thing. The Suns have been actually really good when it comes to the offensively. I would say they're trying to get as high as they can. They're literally, as for right now, they're the 4th place in the league. So let's remember, the Suns had to face against Winter Garden Squeeze, if I'm not wrong.
He punches him out. Jacob Riegel gets out of the inning with the strikeout. 2 on the night, but it comes at the expense of 4 runs. The DeLand Suns surging once again. 7-1 things are heating up. We are back in Sanford after the Suns put on another offensive showing. 4 runs scoring, 7-1 total.
As I was mentioning, Chris, the DeLand Suns as of right now, they're in the 4th place in the league. So if it continues like this, they will face it Winter Garden, and in the first 2 games for the playoffs, it will be they will have the Matthew Fever Conrad, their stadium for the first 2 games for the playoffs.
Cameron King to lead off this inning after the 4-6-3 turn on Rhodes. Reach the turnover of the lineup. King watches ball 1 bouncing in the dirt. His next pitch misses the zone low. King has the speed to do some damage if he gets on base. He's drawn a few walks this season as well. Looking to boost his on-base percentage. The next offering. Good pitch to take for a strike. 80 mile per hour right to the outside corner of the zone and a 2-1 count.
Make it a ball 3, strike 1.
The next offering. Take it for ball 4. Cameron King, a leadoff walk. And followed by the king of walks, Dawson Mock. Who, if he draws a walk here, will break the single season walks record for the Sanford River Rats.
There's one player throughout all the season who has been on fire throughout the beginning. As for right now, it's Dawson Mock.
Has not let off the gas since opening night in Leesburg. He has came, seen, and conquered.
The question is, what's John's planning? Because he cannot let him go take a walk. But at the same time, if he goes for the strikes, then Mock might have a chance to get a hit.
Mock takes strike number 1. And makes the count 1-1. Mock has also been swinging very hard lately. The 402 hitter's got 2 home runs. Another throw down to check King. He slides in safely. Again, firing over to King.
Jones is aware about King. we both know that King can be really fast in both ways to get back to the base and also get a steal.
7-1, he should be going nowhere.
King thought about going, but he stopped himself. Taken outside on Dawson Mock. The count goes 1-1.
Is Jones gonna pass it back to the first to see if he gets it?
Mock goes swinging and makes it a 2-strike count. Cameron King yet to go tick off for second base, but you think they pull out all the aggression in this inning now that they are down by 6 runs. 2 strikes to Dawson Mock. He gets a piece of one and sends it into left center field. That sends Thomas back, still going up against the wall. Cameron King speeding around second. He gets the green light. The throw's cut off. And he's held at third base. No runs will score. A double for Dawson Mock.
What a maneuver that the Mock did it. Just between the center field and the left field, G. Thomas and O'Brien, they had no chance to get the ball. And that's all right now with a double. Now him as well. Now we have runners at second and third.
Braden Calise looking for another home run after his night out in Orlando back on Tuesday. 2 on and nobody out. River Rats have a big opportunity to break into the run column some more. First pitch to Calise, a breaking ball.
Down 6 runs, Khalees out, no outs. Not sending in those outs.
Both King and Mock at scoring position. Even with one single from pocket is more than enough.
Calise taken upstairs, ball number 2.
From Khalees, my apologies.
2 of the fastest base runners in the Florida Collegiate Summer League. That's Mock and King aboard on second and third, respectfully. Calise, breaking pitch, taken for strike number 1. Came in at 72 miles per hour. Dropped 10 inches. The 2-1 from Johns, who's set up already. From the windup. Calise out front of it and a big swing. He was set up fastball and instead he hit him again with a 72 mile per hour breaking ball.
Now that's actually something that you need to be aware of. Most batters would expect that you will get like a fastball, but as of right now, Jones is looking more like a
2-2, Calise out front of it and striking out.
And just like that, Calise is out. Not going for fastballs, but going for more like a
Calise
strategic
is
way.
getting a warning there.
Oh.
Calise was talking on his way back to the dugout, unhappy with some sort of situation. And now Jesse Litch is getting involved here.
You better be careful.
Jesse Litch is asking, what did he say?
I wouldn't say that Calise was like yelling at the umpire because like he knows he got strikeouts because he just swing and a miss. So there was nothing out of the ordinary.
Stuart Puckett, the third baseman, to step in after the Calise strikeout went away. Still 2 on, second and third, Mock and King. Puckett also had a home run back on Tuesday night, and he's looking for home run number 2. The 1-0. Puckett laid on it. Fastball, 86 miles per hour, and he couldn't keep up with it. Here's the 1-1. Outside on puck. And Johns, although has suffered some command issues so far this inning, he has been able to keep the runs low. In fact, he's kept the hits low as well. Puckett, the 2-1, taken for strike 2. And evens out the count once more, falls into the same category that Khalees fell into just a moment ago. 2-2 and 1 away. Looking to score a runner from third and second. Here's the pitch. Outside.
I was about to say, Christian, that Jones has been actually managed in a good way to make sure that the Sanford River Rats has not be able to get more runs. They started with just one run of the first inning, but then after that, nothing.
3-2 payoff. Puckett gets a hold of one, drives it into the corner, and down for a fair ball. Puckett's rounding first and heading to second. That scores King. Here's Mock. He slides in the second. 2-run score. 2 RBI double for Stuart Puckett. Have yourself a week.
Amazing from Puckett. And what I said about John, well, Puckett just proved it to me and be like, you know what? You've been good, but now it's my turn.
Jake Muller to settle in after a big inning for Stuart Puckett. Slowly creeping up into the leaderboards. First pitch to Muller. Breaking pitch taken for a strike.
Ooh.
Again, sitting fastball, but swings through it. Early 0-2 with 1 away. Johns looking for a strikeout. The 0-2 is popped up and fouled back.
They still have Puckett on the scoring position. If Mueller managed to get at least a single, the Rats can still manage to make a good comeback.
Oh, 0-2 up front, but up the middle and diving past and sliding through. Stuart Puckett sliding around third base and tripping, but standing up at third. It's a single for Mueller.
Stewart considered to go to home again, but they managed to get it on time. O'Brien was just ready to throw the ball at home. Now we have runners at the corners.
Mueller on first, Puckett aboard on third. Runners on the corners for Rocco. As now Valente will come to talk to John.
Maybe this time they were trying to change strategy, try to get them out, try to make sure that they don't get another hits. They have runners at the corners. Even with one double for Rocco could be really bad for the Suns.
The tying run is aboard on deck. But for now, Rocco's looking to bring this game a little closer. The next offering. Nice try by Valente, but it's taken outside.
Too close, but not enough.
Breaking pitch, Rocco was out front. And for Johns, that breaking ball has been working fantastic to switch up on the off speed and get the Rats to be that out front of it is nothing shy of fantastic. Down low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Out front again, and evens out the count to 2-2. looking for a crucial out number 2. Johns to Rocco, the 2-2. Breaking ball in the other batter's box, and he swings through.
He was sure that he could manage to get a hit, but that was not enough. It was a heady direction for a ball.
2 strikeouts this inning. Khalees and Rocco both go down swinging at a breaking pitch. And there's 2 away for Drake Harmon.
Pitch number 60 coming.
This is pitch number 60 from Johns. Low for a ball. One oh, taken into the dirt. It gets away from Valente. Here's Puckett on the wild pitch. And they score.
An easy double steal right there.
Puckett scores on the wild pitch, and Mueller will advance to second.
Now Mueller in the scoring position.
Three runs separate the Suns and the Rats. And for Harmon, he takes ball number 3. The tying run is Trey Babbitt on deck, who had a deep fly out to center field his last time he was up. Here's the 3-0. Harmon swinging and sending it into foul territory. Tidwell giving chase. Here's Thomas giving chase, and it's out of play.
Green light, 3-0 back at 2:25.
He'll do it again, the 3-1 this time. An aggressive green light from Jesse Litch that are just trying to put up some runs. Here's the 3-1. And taken for strike number 2.
Ooh. I don't know about you, Chris, but for me, that looked more like a ball. That could have been an easy ball to base. But if you're the umpire, you got a better angle than us here at the press box.
Here's the 3-2. And that one's taken for ball 4. Harmon reaches first base and brings the tying run to the plate. Trey Babbitt will have to drop those catcher knee pads. And the bases are loaded. I'd like to rescind that comment. The tying run is at first base, and Trey Babbitt represents the leading run.
You were confused with the coach, Jason Lane, at the third base. I wouldn't blame you. Even I thought for a second, who's number 32?
John's in a pickle here, but he starts off strong with a strike.
He might be in pickle, but they had 2 outs, so either get a strikeout or make sure that the hit is not that powerful to get an easy out.
In the dirt, Valente comes up and popping up, looking to throw someone out. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Babbitt, who swings, and it's off the catcher's glove. Early 2 strikes and a chance to get out of it for Johns.
Also, if I keep an eye just to make sure that Mueller doesn't get a steal.
Janasco in the bullpen. The Florida League All-Star for the DeLand Suns. Looking to come into relief this game. Breaking pitch, Babbitt able to get the bat on it and dropping foul.
Yeesh.
Would have dropped right into right field over the head of Sayonis.
What's funny for me is that Babbitt, the way he swing that bat, he kind of hesitated at the very end. I feel like if he actually made it correctly, he would have gotten an amazing hit, in my opinion. But I could be wrong at the same time.
Johns on the 1-2. Babbitt putting up a fight. Here's the pitch. Taken, called, strike 3. John's able to get him out of the inning, and Babbitt showing his disapproval of that one.
Yeah, nobody, not even the audience here at the Sanford Memorial Stadium, agree with that call. But anyways, we just need to continue with this.
7-4 your score. The Rats inching closer. We're back in a moment. Connor McAfee coming out of the bullpen for the River Rats. The Apopkin has 2 games, 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, no hits, no walks. A small sample size, but looking to build upon it. After a good foundation, Regal 7-4. He will leave this game. First pitch, he comes in blazing 88 miles per hour, but on the inside for ball 1.
When I was reading Conor McAfee's statistics, I was confused about the fact that he has no ERA. It's literally a 0. But once again, like you just mentioned, a little bit of innings, so you never know.
1-1 on Centro Chio. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch that misses the zone. And taken for ball number 2.
Even I was impressed. I was sure that was a strike.
2-1. Off the handle, fouled back.
Well, now there's a strike.
Interesting, they review, the pitch, they put it up on the board and show, yeah.
Two and 2. Gets him to swing again and foul it back once more. McAfee already putting up some good numbers. He's working pretty nicely here. 2 balls and 2 strikes so far thrown. The rest foul balls. 2-2. In the dirt, bouncing it and makes the count full. The release point was a little off on that one.
A little bit late to throw the ball. Once his hand was aiming at the dirt, that was like not a good moment to throw the ball.
He comes set with the full count. He kicks and deals. Gets him to swing again and send it the other way, foul.
7 pitches so far for Connor McAfee.
McAfee set up, needs one more strike. Here's the pitch. Taken outside, and it's a leadoff walk for Centrochio.
Rough start for Connor McAfee, but it's not too late to redeem himself.
There's the catcher,
With a man on first base, it brings up Valente.
Joshua Valente.
Flew out to right his last time up. With nobody on, now he has a man on first and a chance to extend this runner. First pitch from McAfee, taken outside. Babbitt having to keep it in front.
Without walk to base, that's the first walk to base for Connor McAfee on his statistics.
One-0. He comes set. Not going to take a look at first base from the stretch. Babbitt popping up, throwing Rhodes, tags, safe.
That was actually good thinking from Babbitt to pass it to Rose to make sure that the runner was a little bit out, but not enough.
And a good head from Rhodes to watch the pop-up throw. 1-1 the count on Valente. Again, the throw to first, the tag. He is safe. It was close.
Just a little, just a little.
One again to Valente. Snap throw to first. And they're safely. They are trying to keep Centrochio honest at first base. He almost got picked off a moment ago.
Centrochio can see it. Can see if the McAfee is trying to get him out on the run.
McAfee comes set. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed. Babbitt throwing down the second. Got him.
An easy movement from 1, 2, and 4 from McAfee to Babbitt and to Speecher to get the runner. First out.
1-0. Trey Babbitt had Valente's bat in his face. It looked like it could have been a close interference call, but he was able to make the throw over. And he punches him out on a breaking ball. 74 miles per hour. McAfee starting off strong.
Just like I said, even though he got his first walk to base, he managed to redeem himself and get a strikeout. Well, not just a strikeout. He also he passed it to Babbitt, and then Babbitt get the runner with Speecher's help.
McAfee faces Baez, the top of the order for the Suns. Comes in throwing hard, 89.8 miles per hour. Just shy of 90. Here's the 1-0. Outside. Again on the 2-0 this time. Missing the zone and 3 straight pitches, 3 straight balls.
Would you say that McAfee is playing like man to Baez, thinking like he's going to throw a strike so that way Baez could actually get a swing and then miss? Would you say that?
I would say that. 3-0, and he finds his zone for a strike, taken on the outside.
Just a bit in the corner and managed to find the correct space for it.
Here's the 3-1. He gets him to swing and send one out to right field. That sends Harmon back, still going to the track. The wall, it is up against the wall. Harmon slamming up against. He's rounding first and heading to second. It's a double for Baez.
Harmon tried. Harmon was so close. Was so close to get the ball, but that was not enough. And just like that, we got a run in the second and the scoring position.
Harmon tried to reel that one in, and he couldn't come up with it. Slamming up against those hard brick walls out surround the outfield. And now it is O'Brien's turn.
O'Brien, one of the players from the Suns that actually made runs and also hits on for this game.
The ball hit the wall, and he's not even halfway to first base.
Taking their time just to get set here. Just sorting some things out on the bureaucracy side.
Warning for Jesse.
And that, it looks like it's a warning for head coach Jesse Litch. Certainly running a tight ship out there behind the plate. 2 away, runner on second. Here is McAfee. Taking his time, now fires. This is hit the other way. That sends Rocco giving chase, and it drops for a base hit. He overruns it, and it's going to be another double for the Suns. A run scores 8-4.
What did I just say? O'Brien makes so much damage. And then once again, he gets a double and an RBI.
It's a 4-run ball game.
Third baseman number 6, Eli.
2 away. And Eli Tidwell, who's already 1 for 1 so far today with a E6 double that scored a run. Pitch from McAfee in the dirt.
McAfee keep an eye on O'Brien. Well, how Callis is near to the second base right now.
He comes set from the stretch, taking a peek at O'Brien on second. Now fires. Gets him the swing and send one into center field. Callis giving chase. He reaches up, but he can't get it. It drops into center. Another run scores for the DeLand Suns. 9-4.
With a single, but O'Brien managed to get to run all the way from second to home, and now we're 9-4 on for the Suns.
It only takes one swing to change a game.
Leader in home runs.
5 runs
Runs batted in.
separate the Suns and the Rats.
Here for the Suns, Adam Davidson, left fielder Gavin Thomas.
And it brings up Gavin Thomas, leads his team in home runs.
The question is, will we see Gavin Thomas make another home run today?
Breaking pitch taken for strike 1. A good, nice curve ball to set him up off speed. Here's McAfee, nodding and firing in the dirt. Babbitt having to pick it out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We did well on the first. The question is McAfee trying to consider to get the runner at first?
Takes a peek at first and throws over to Rhodes, but no tag.
Just as I expected, McAfee's keeping an eye on Tidwell.
Well, he's got a breeze to left field. There he goes.
Here's the pitch to Thomas. The runner goes. The throw is high. Babbitt won't make the throw down. A stolen base for Tidwell.
I will say Tidwell had all the time of the year just to get to the second base very easily.
Puts the force only at first base now. He fires, gets in the swing. It's to Calise, but it goes through the glove. They're going to send the runner around to score. It's heartbreak. 10-4.
That's rough, and that's a second error for the Sanford River Rats. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a second error for Calise on this game too.
It is another E6 for Braden Calise. It looks like it broke right through his glove.
That's rough. That's just rough. Calise was sure that he was about to get the ball, but somehow it went through with him. And just like that, the Suns have 6 runs away. We're actually getting closer and closer for them, for a capital mercy rule.
It's a 6-run game. And now it's Browner with the man on first base. Down low, Babbitt having to block.
It took a true loss. I mean, yeah.
On a 1-0. Gets in the swing and send it the other way. It's hooking once again. Rocco still going. It drops in the corner. Another base hit. They hold the runner at third. It's a stand-up double for Browner.
A double, and Gabriel Thomas was considering getting to home, but once they managed to get the ball set closer to the third base, he just wanted to stay there. But once again, Browner and the rest of the Suns making so much damage against the Sanford River Rats. And I will say this now, Christian, I haven't seen the Sanford River Rats gaining so much damage from one team. The closest thing I would say, it was the Leesburg Lightning a couple of weeks ago. That was like when the Leesburg managed to break Sanford River Rats' winning streak and the record too.
The River Rats have only lost to the Leesburg Lightning this season, and they've only lost twice. The DeLand Suns had a chance to break it up back in June. So did the Squeeze and the Diamond Dogs. McAfee starts off with another ball.
Ten runs with 12 hits. I haven't seen the DeLand Suns managing to do such numbers like that.
Finding the zone at 75 miles per hour for strike one. On Janilla, 1 for 2 today with an RBI single back in the third inning. The next offering for McAfee, taken inside. Ball number 2.
Can we just talk about, Chris, that the fact that the Sanford Rivers right now, they have 2 outs, and yet the Suns managed to get more runs and more hits through for this game.
They have scored 2 runs with 2 outs.
Three to 1. More closer for another walk to base and a strikeout.
Looking to get out of it, the 3-1 count. Inside, he checked his swing, and it's a walk to load the bases for O'Sullivan. The DeLand Suns just keep the pressure on McAfee.
This is really hard for McAfee. Now you have runners all over town. So what will be the option? The best option will be getting a strikeout or get it out this inning one way or another.
Force at every base. The strikeout also in play. They only need 1. He gets him to swing and ground it. Aggressive from O'Sullivan to start off his at-bat. Only 1 more batter before we turn over and everyone hits for a second time.
O'Sullivan is definitely looking for a good hit and at least get 2 RBIs in this part of the inning.
On the 0-1. Gets him to swing, and this time he sends it the other way. Cascading into the parking lot.
That way, that's where my car is. So please, O'Sullivan, I beg of you, do not hit my car.
0-2, a big opportunity for McAfee to stretch himself out of this inning. Here's the 0-2. outside.
With 2 strikes, McAfee has a chance to strike out and get out of this inning. The question is, what will be the plan for Sullivan? Will he try to maintain his composure and make sure that he gets more balls, or will he look for the hit?
1-2 the count to O'Sullivan. Here's McAfee. Breaking ball up high. Couldn't get it to connect. And evens out the count 2-2.
I don't know about you, Chris, but I feel like McAfee is starting to doubt himself. I'm feeling like trying to for a strikeout, but at the same time, he's not looking correctly. He's not throwing correctly. And just like that, he's getting more balls, which is going to affect this game.
He swings and fouls it back to stay alive. And sent out to the parking lot. And into the street.
Oh, no.
Car had to tap the brakes there. It looks like it's in someone's front yard.
Oh, thank God. But that car was getting closer. I thought for a second the ball was going to hit in that car.
You have to wonder, how do you claim that on your insurance? I was driving by a baseball field.
That happened to you once?
No.
Oh, thank God.
2-2 to count. McAfee fires, gets him to swing and foul it back again out towards the parking lot. And he is putting up a fight.
Also, please, my car is over there. I don't want to break my windshield again.
This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat on O'Sullivan. Once again, the 2-2. Got him looking! Ooh. And just how he started this inning, he will end it. A strikeout. And it comes at the expense of 3 runs. 10-4 your score. We're back with the Sanford lineup in a moment. Back after a big inning from the Suns. 6 runs separate the Rats and the Suns as Spiker takes a pitch low.
And if I may, Christian, a little update from the other games of the league. Winter Park is beating Winter Garden Squeeze.
Winter Park just trying to play upset now as Spiker lines out to Century Achio for out number 1.
They're winning 7-0 at the top of the 5th. Meanwhile, on the other game, Leesburg against the Orlando Snappers. 1-2 at the bottom of the 4th. And just right now, Orlando Snappers managed to come back. now taking the lead.
Next pitch is taken outside. One ball on Rhodes. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the second inning. He sends that one foul, and he'll do it again.
Let's remind everyone that for the semifinals of this league, the fourth place has to be faced against the fourth and the fifth place of the team, which in this case is the DeLand Suns against the Winter Garden Squeeze. And as of right now, the playoffs is going to be the first two games is going to be the home team of the fourth place, which in this case, the Suns, with this, how they're looking right now, and as we see the strikeout.
Rhodes goes down swinging and sets it up for Cameron King with 2 away.
As I was saying, with this results and the Suns taking fourth place, looking right now, they might have a chance to play the playoffs and at the other home stadium.
The Suns still looking to clinch. Pitch from Johns. Inside on King. Cameron King reached on a walk. Last inning in the third. Two-0. Gets it in for strike one. He sets and already ready to deal. He's kicking and firing. Just missing the zone.
No close enough, and that will be a third ball.
King swings and fouling it back towards the neck. Putting up a fight. We've seen the Rats put up a few fights these at-bats. They've been able to kind of drive into these pitch counts against the Suns pitchers. Just haven't been able to get anything in play. Here's the 3-2. And they punch him out looking. 3 up and 3 down. Cameron King goes out alongside Rhodes for back-to-back strikeouts. It stays 10-4. Trailing.
Jefferson, say on it.
Back in Sanford, Brady Schwartzberg. And first pitch swinging, popping it up. Here's Rhodes in foul territory, looking up, still looking up, and coming up with it for out number 1.
I was about to say, Chris, for Brady Schwarzenegger, he has an amazing. He has some stats to see, and that's with an ERA of 6.75, 12 strikeouts, a walk to base. I don't know about you, but that should be a statistic to be concerned about.
16 innings, 12 strikeouts. Brady Schwartzberg has been a pretty reliable reliever and pretty versatile out of the bullpen this season for the River Rats. And that sidearm delivery gets him to swing and hook it in the left for a base hit. Centrachio drives a single in.
Pocket was actually, he managed to jump and was not good, was not high enough to manage to get the out right there.
Number 24,
And now the pinch hitter for the DeLand Suns. Kevin Brunet will come in. Still taking his time to get set up with the man on first base. Breaking pitch down low. Next offering, gets in the swing, popped it up, and way, 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 way out of play.
Way out of play, way out of field, way out of the street at this point.
Almost looked like a backwards home run.
If only that would count as a home run. Sadly, it's not.
2-1. A nice pitch dropping into the zone, 79 miles per hour. Makes the count 2-2. The next offering misses and runs the count full, 3-2.
How's it going? I didn't know you guys were coming.
He grew into the shirt you gave him.
Brady Schwartzberg in trouble. Full count, runner on first base.
Haven. Bye.
Here's the 3-2. Gets him to swing and get a strikeout.
Now, that's something that you need to do if you're Brady Schwarzer. Make sure that they don't get more hits or more runs or anything particularly. Now he has 2 outs on this inning.
Brady Schwartzberg is on damage control after their McAfee subscription was not renewed. Two away, man on first, the next offering down low. On Baez, the leadoff man.
Once again, we're back on the lineup with Baez in the battle.
Taken outside. Well, the Rats were anticipating throwing a couple arms today, but looking to get guys dialed in for the playoffs. Don't think this is necessarily what they had in mind, as the breaking pitch is taken for a nice clean strike on the outside corner. Gets him to swing and send one into center field. Cameron King running in still, going on the slide, on the tumble, making the grab. A spectacular way to end the inning. Cameron King goes rolling into the bottom of the 5th.
unbelievable for Cameron King. He was running and running from the center field and gets the third ball to end this inning. No hits, well, one hit actually, but no runs for the DeLand Suns. This is an amazing thing from Cameron King. What a maneuver. We'll be back.
Back in Sanford as that sun starts to set. Paul Janetsko to come in and pitch for the Suns. The 3.14 ERA, 28 innings under his belt, 25 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 20 hits. All great numbers that the DeLand Suns want to see to get them through this game.
Paul Janetsko now in the mount. That's a play that you need to make sure that the Sanford River Rats don't get more runs and maybe give them a chance to come back for this game.
Cooper Pittman hitting for Dawson Mock. Goes swinging away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, smothered by Turner, who is now behind the plate. Dawson Turner out of St. Cloud, Florida.
Maybe it's 27.
He gets him to swing and foul off of Pittman.
Once again, if you're under the age of 12, hustle on down behind the first base dugout. We've got races of the laces.
2 and 2.
Catcher and the new batter. Yeah, who the catcher is.
The line, the pitch from Jansecko is popped up from Pittman. It's going to be a gap shot coming in, diving, but he dives right under it. They hold Pittman at first base. It's a leadoff single.
I don't know about you, Christian, but I feel like there was some miscommunication from both the shortstop and the left field. They were thinking like I was gonna get it, and then we had G. Thomas thinking like Gavin Thomas thinking, no, I'll get it, but no, sadly he was not. He did not reach for it, and now there's a run at first.
It was a gap shot that just found a weird pocket of the outfield, sent everyone clashing in. They call time. Braden Calise back at the top of this order.
Let's also remember that Brian Calise has a little warning, so hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen in this part, but if he gets another one, he's out.
Braden Calise issued the warning back in the first inning. And struck out in the third. Next offering. Chasing and swinging, strike two.
No pitch, it's a ball.
They say it was a balk. That pitch will not count. He shuffled his foot off just a little bit. Moves Pittman to second.
You got to take what you got to take if you're the Sanford River Rats and at least try to get more chances to have a little comeback.
0-1 to Braden Calise, who's 0 for 2 today. The River Rats are down by 6 runs. And that's going to nail him.
Ooh.
90 miles per hour to the shoulder. The UCF product staring down the DeLand Suns dugout. And he will jog over to first base. Well, you certainly never want to get hit. You especially don't want to get hit in the shoulder. And you most especially don't want to get hit in the shoulder with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball.
With something small and something hard, like a baseball, going from that speed, it hurts a lot.
Stuart Puckett with 2 RBIs back in the third inning. Scored himself. 1-0. Outside 2-0. Stuart Puckett has been the catalyst this season, or this week, I should say, for the River Rats. Although only a handful of games have been played this past month, it seems like he has flipped a switch going into the second half of the season as he sends this one the other way. That gives Tidwell room to chase, still going up against the fence and reaching over the fence in foul territory to make the grab. He had plenty of room.
That was impressive for Tidwell. Even though it was like over the fence, he managed to get the out.
There's one away. DeLand able to keep him defensively. And Jake Mueller trying to keep things alive for the River Rats. The double play is on the table for the Suns. Gets in the swing, ground ball. Here's Tidwell again to second for 1. Over the first, a double play, and out of the inning. The Suns shut down the Rats.
That was an amazing thing. Sullivan, Centraccio, and Sejanes to get a double play to silence the River Rats.
All right, it's time for...
We'll be right back. What?
O'Brien set to lead off for the DeLand Suns in the top of the 6th inning. As the sun descends into left field and the night starts to fall, the lights kicking on, and Thursday night baseball is completely underway. Your 10-4 score. We're thank you for joining us on Varsity Sports Nation. Already set up as Schwartzberg gets a pitch inside for another ball. 2-1 on O'Brien, who is now outside on the 3-1. Sidearm delivery right back up the middle, off the mound, and through for a base hit. O'Brien goes 4 for 4.
Amazing O'Brien. I was about to say O'Brien was one of those players from the Suns of today's game that was making so much impact. You can get runs, you can get hits from this guy.
And so after the O'Brien single, it brings up Tidwell, who had himself a nice defensive play last inning. 2 nice defensive plays. Caught the foul ball over the fence in foul territory, and of course turning that double play. The 0-1 taken outside. One ball, one strike to Tidwell.
Yeah, so right now the wind is actually getting stronger and stronger the more time we spend on this game. Still throwing away to the left field of this place.
Schwartzberg taking his time with the man on first base, who shuffles a little bit off. He doesn't go. The breaking pitch finds the zone for a strike. A nice breaking pitch.
There was so much curve on that ball. My God.
A lot of break. And came in slow, too. Another one just like it, but outside.
There was a little bit of break on that, but not enough to get to the strike.
Runs the count full. 3-2 to Tidwell. Gets in the swing and send one in the air to left field. Pittman calling it off, still chasing and fighting the wind, making the grab. He'll throw it in, but it's cut off by Calise. Out number 1.
O'Brien was actually considered to get to the second base, but no, maybe not a good option for the moment.
The Tidwell flyout brings Thomas, and Thomas brings runs. 3 RBI, including a 2 RBI double back in the 3rd. Runner takes off. The throw down from Babbitt's not going to be in time. He slides in and almost came off the bag. It's a stolen base. He must have hit the sticky stuff over there in front of second base. He just came to a complete stop.
O'Brien this time, he did not hesitate to get a steal for that base. Now he's in a scoring position.
The next offering is taken for a strike. Schwartzberg has just been working that off speed perfectly. On a 1-1. Breaking pitch, roped in the left field and down in front of Pittman for a base hit. They're going to send him around third. Here's the cutoff. It's picked up by Puckett. He slides in safely. Another run scores for the Suns.
11-4. What was the last time that you see the Sanford River Rats getting a number tie high on the opponent's team.
It was the beginning of the season, 19-11, that first loss to Leesburg. One of 2 losses for the River Rats this season. Inside on Browner.
That was actually really close for a hit by pitch. A little bit closer, and that would have hit the elbow. That's not one of the places that you don't want to get hit by the ball.
Gavin Thomas has 4 RBI tonight. And he was able to connect on a ball there for a strike, make the count 1-1. Hits one the other way and out towards the Suns bullpen. He'll do it again.
That was a little bit scary if you ask me. I thought for a second that would have been a fair ball.
Almost down the line. Puckett was playing the line. The next from Schwartzberg. 1-2. Snap throw to first. Can't get him. The River Rats have been trying to keep first base pretty taken care of, to say the least. Throwing over more than the Suns.
Definitely. And I mean, it makes more sense. They have tried to avoid more runs for the summer for DeLand Suns.
Pickoff attempt number 2 for Schwartzberg.
There were many attempts. They only managed to get once.
Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, but missing outside to even out the count one more time. 61 miles per hour.
I felt like that breaking ball was not going to the direction of the catcher. It was more like going to the opposite direction.
2-2, 1 away. The pitch taken outside and making the count full once more. The River Rats have struggled in these full counts this game. Only recording 1 strikeout on a full count.
And how many full counts did the Sanford River Rats had?
Throw to first, it was close, but can't get him.
Is there a run roll after 8 after 7?
Runner goes, the throw down from Babbitt will not happen, it's a walk. And just like that, 2 on, 1 away.
Here's number 10, Jackson Janela.
Gavin Thomas now in the scoring position.
Runners take off, it's a double steal, the ball's put in play, and Daniel Spiker wasn't there, he comes up, throwing, and getting the out. A great recovery by number 37.
A good double steal right there. They get the batter. However, now we have 2 runners at the second and third. They're putting the Suns more closer for the mercy rule.
It was close, almost through the gap. Daniel Spiker was going to cover the double steal. And he was able to scramble back and make the grab. Breaking pitch again to Spiker, who plays it off the hop. Throw to first and get the out. Another 4-3, back-to-back 4-3s, and they get out of the inning. Only 1 run scores, but 11-4. A 7-run lead. We're back with the Sanford lineup. Pena trying to close out this game for the DeLand Suns, and he's got a 3.33 ERA and an even record 1-1. He's got 21 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 33 hits. And he gets Rocco to foul one off.
I think this is an old script, though. So maybe you should just get it updated.
I don't like to tell people we're giving them a prize, and you understand what I'm saying?
Nice break as well. Now making it 0-2.
Early 0-2 from Pena. Rocco's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch. Gets him to swing and a ground ball. That's off the glove of Tidwell. Rocco gets a hit, and he's on first base.
Tidwell tried, but that was like, no. That was like, you could say bad luck or something, but I would. This is more like a hit more than an error, so I would not blame Tidwell for this.
Tidwell had the tip of his glove on it, but just out of reach. Drake Harmon's first pitch. Taking low. Drake Harmon settling into the box. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a ground out to the first baseman. Gets a swing off and sends it in the air out towards the Suns bullpen and out towards the batting cages.
I think that ball actually went to that lake over there.
The swamp. On the ground and sent foul.
1-2. Now that's something, if you're Cherubaya, this is a good number so you can manage to get the first out.
1-2 count. A chance for Pena to get a strikeout. But Drake Harmon is putting up a fight. He comes set. The 1-2. Inside and smothered by Turner. Count goes back to 2-2. The Rats have seen their fair share of late surges to win the game. We saw a 12-inning walk-off against the Squeeze where they had to come back from a deficit. 2-2. Punching him out looking. Drake Harmon walking out of the box unhappy.
Cherubaya started this inning, and maybe he got a run on first, but now he got the first strikeout of this game for him.
Trey Babbitt will settle into the box with 1 away. To go down looking is certainly not ideal. To go down at all is not ideal, but for Drake Harmon, he goes 0 for 3. Meanwhile, Trey Babbitt will settle in, but it's a close call at first base.
Remember what you said that the Sanford River Rats were trying to get a run out of first, and the DeLand Suns were not doing much? Now they're looking for him.
Pena fires. Babbitt swinging and sending one foul with some action in the Rats bullpen out in right field. 0-2 count to Trey Babbitt early.
First one looking. Called and then foul ball.
Pena comes set and the pitch. Fouling it back.
Good thing that's a net, because I'm pretty sure that would hit any of the fans or even us on here at the press box.
What do you think the Mets add at the deadline?
Here's the 0-2. Again, fouled back. It has gotten dark in Sanford under the lights.
This is going to be the fifth on this one. So far with 2 strikes, but 3 of them were foul balls.
Babbitt again fouling it back and staying alive.
Make it a 4 now.
The River Rats trying to put their rally caps on and bring this game a little closer. Here's the pitch. It's inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Trey Babbitt now. Struck out last time on a 1-2 count. Also flew out on a 1-2 count. The pitch. Popped up again, foul. Babbitt is seeing something he likes. He just can't get the timing quite right.
The timing, or maybe like the angle that Babbitt was not correctly.
One and two. Takes it low, and now the count runs even again.
Cherapine is looking forward to strike him out. But every time he's looking for that strike, somehow Babbitt managed to get a hit, which leads to a foul ball.
2 and 2 from Cherapena. Painting the corner, but missing. Almost got away from Cherapena there on the throwdown from Turner. The count runs full on Trey Babbitt.
Count full indeed. However, let's just mention that the Sanford River have been struggling a lot when it comes to the full counts.
3 and 2. Runner takes off. Babbitt puts it in play, and it's through the gap for a base hit. The hit and run successful and paves the way for Daniel Spiker. The Rats are trying to turn and burn them here.
Rook at a second, Babbitt at first. Now Spiker comes in. If there's a guy that can manage to make like a clutch, as many people say, to come back on this game, has to be him.
Spiker sends one in the air. Centraccio is under it and gloving it for a fly out. And there's 2 away.
And for that comment of mine, I would like to apologize to Spiker for jinxing him.
And so the new guy, Caleb Rhodes, will settle in for his 4th at-bat of the season. The prospect from the D2 leagues puts one on the ground to second base. And once again, getting him out. The game stays 11-4 as we tail off to the top of the 7th inning. We're back in a moment. Back in Sanford here on a beautiful night, Sanford Memorial Stadium. The rain has stayed away, and the Suns have definitely come out. We want to welcome into the booth now our stats analyst and Yakro Tech professional, Brady Green. Welcome to the booth.
Thanks, Christian. Good to be here.
And we are set for some more baseball. 11-4 Brady. This game has gone completely out of control and flipped upside down.
Yeah, just a lot of hits. I mean, you can see right there, DeLand's put up 15 hits, and we're not even through 9 innings. So, I mean, a lot of hits, even both sides. Rats put up 8, but ultimately DeLand was able to put up 11 runs with those 15 hits, and that's the difference maker.
7 runs separate the Rats and the Suns. Brady Apple is coming in to this game with 9 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts, and 3 walks. A Tallahassee Community College hit from Orlando.
7th inning stretch.
So we hit the 7th and
She had the 7th inning stretch.
hit the back end of this game.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do take the apple ball.
Sayanis to lead off for the Suns. The first pitch, he swings. A powerful swing at that. And gets the first strike.
That was a nice job by Brady Apple coming in here and finding a first pitch strike, getting ahead early.
Exactly what the River Rats need is a guy who could throw strikes right now. Keep the run deficit where it is so the offense can do the work. Here's the 0-1. Outside.
What are yours?
24.
21. Oh, wait a minute. No. Check that.
1-1 the count.
24. Yeah.
He kicks and deals. It's another breaking pitch taken up high.
They replaced Brunette with Shane Thomas.
Okay.
Apple is falling into some early trouble here on the 2-1.
Right. Came pinch hit for the catcher.
And then was replaced in the field.
Inside, and now an early 3-1. Not where Apple wants to be set.
Bruner, R, or T. That's what
Absolutely not. After coming in with that first pitch strike, he kind of got behind here with these last 3 fastballs. Let's see if he can get back in the zone. And
Here's the 3-1 from Apple. Can't find the zone that time and will walk Sayanis.
And Christian, as you know, I've been floating around with the Yakkertech. I don't remember Brady being that big of a walk guy.
Yeah, Brady has not walked a ton of guys this season. In fact, he only walked 6 this season in his 10 games played in his 27 innings. So, yeah, you're right. Brady Apple, not a big walk guy. Throw it down to first.
Wondering if maybe that all-star break wasn't really much of a break for him, considering that he was an all-star and he did pitch in that all-star game.
Yeah, you may be right. That all-star break can do some things to your training regimen. You know, you focus on the all-star game, you're excited to play, you're out there having fun, but you might tweak something or maybe you're working on something and it just doesn't hit the right way. 1-0, gets him to swing and even out the count.
Good fastball right there.
89 miles per hour, just touching 90.
And when you get into the later part of the season here, I mean, pitchers are getting, everyone's honestly fatigued. So I wonder if that could be sitting in for Brady too.
Especially pitching, they haven't seen a lot of action this week as this one's floated to Harmon in right field and out towards the bullpen, out of play. The Rats have not played their scheduled amount of games. They were supposed to play against Leesburg last night, a doubleheader against Orlando. They've only played 1 game this week, and that throws off the rotation a little bit too.
It definitely does.
And now they're in conservation mode for the playoffs. They're already guaranteed in. They're trying to save as much as they can with the throw to first floated to Rhodes.
Brady just trying to keep him honest over there.
1-2 the count. Apple's next offering on the ground, right to Rhodes, who turns and fires to second. Khalees jumping and over the head. They'll move runners to the corners. It's an error on Braden Khalees.
It looked like it was going to be a nice play by Rhodes right off the bat. And then throw just a little bit high to second base. And Khalees couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, tipped off the top of his glove. as he was covering second base, and it moved runners into scoring position and on the corners for the River Rats.
This is 21, Shane Thomas.
Brings up Shane Thomas, who is now a pinch hitter for Valente.
24.
Swinging through and missing.
Shane Thomas, one of the home run derby participants.
Has a home run swing for sure.
And if you're DeLand here, you're in the top of the 7th. So you get 3 more runs, honestly 1 more run, and you can get out of here early.
Shane Thomas falling into an early 0-2 count. The biggest chance for Apple to get a strikeout here tonight.
This would be huge for DeLand if they can find a way to get this run in. But they still have to come out in the bottom of the 7th and shut Sanford down.
They still have 2 outs to play with, as well as he goes down. A swinging strikeout on 3 pitches for Brady Apple to send Thomas back to the dugout. But he faces the top of the order now.
Great job by Brady there coming in and 1, 2, 3, all pitches strikes, getting the guy out.
Exactly what the Rats have needed this entire game is a guy who could throw strikes and just get guys out.
And now, Christian, they're 1 pitch away, and they could be back in and hitting.
Here's Baez, who on the first pitch goes swinging, fouling it back and getting away from Babbitt. The Suns certainly have a lot of room to swing. Like you said, it's the 7th inning. They have a chance to go home early here. They're up 11-4 right now. And they've got green light all the way. 0-1 from Apple. High and inside.
Yeah, Baez had a nice hit earlier, right off the right field wall for a double.
2 for 3 today.
See if he can follow that up right here.
Instead, he'll throw it to first. Rhodes having to scoop it up. Some light throws to first from Apple, too.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a way for the pitcher to reset. Maybe he didn't like the pitch called, but just a way to reset for the pitcher.
Oh, off the bat of Baez. He was thinking about going, checked the swing, but pitch broke in on him, high and inside.
Good pitch by Brady right there.
2 strikes on the count.
And if you're Brady right here, you're trying to get that double play and get out of the inning. So you want something that's going to allow him to hit that ball on the ground and let your defense make the play.
Here's the 1-2. Gets in the swing and into the Suns dugout. Watch out.
Brady just hit 90 on that pitch.
It was certainly a nice pitch to get out of this at-bat, 90 miles per hour. And like you said, looking for a double play ball. But with the way the defense has been today, 50-50, do you really want to rely on them right now?
That's true, but as a pitcher, you just got to trust him. You got to go with it.
Runner goes. Here's the throw from Babbitt. Khalees making the grab, making the tag, and getting him out.
2-6.
The 2-6 put out the caught stealing, and there's 2 away.
Great throw by Babbitt there. I wonder if they had something on because the runner on second didn't look like he was fully committing. Maybe he was trying to stop and allow the runner from third to come home there to try and get him home.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that did not work out.
Could have been a potential double steal, it looked like, to send the runner to third and kind of get the defense all jumbled up. But it works out in the favor of Apple, as this one is chopped foul. 2 away. Had a chance to keep the Rats in this game.
Christian, when was the last time the Rats were run ruled? I don't think they have been run ruled this season, actually.
They have not been run ruled. They lost 19-11 to Leesburg, but that was not a run rule.
That was an extra inning game. I believe I worked that game.
Yes, at the beginning of the season. They have only run ruled 1 team, and that was the Snappers last week. But the River Rats have never been run ruled. Gets in the swing, and it gets away from Babbitt, a foul ball.
And that's interesting. As good as the River Rats are, only run ruling 1 team.
The bullpen had shown some signs of wear and tear in a couple of those longer games that led off some runs. But the River Rats have always been able to surge back. 1-2 the count. Swinging and fouling it back.
Great at bat by Dana right here. Showing a lot of fight.
And really digging into Apple's pitch count, too. Just trying to wear him out. Two away, 1-2. Gets him to swing and right down the first base line.
Fair ball.
That's a base hit. That's going to score a run for DeLand. And he's rounding first and heading to second base. The ball still hasn't come in. Pittman was trying to cut it off. That was Spiker leaping up.
Double RBI.
It's an RBI double and 12-4.
What an at bat there by Daniel Baez. He turned an inside fastball thrown by Brady right back down the line. That fastball was 90 coming in right on the inside corner, low and in. It was a great pitch by Brady, but Daniel was able to put a better swing on it. That is huge for the DeLand Suns right there.
Baez puts them in mercy rule territory.
And Christian, that ball was just inside the foul line.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was pounded down the line, just missing the bag. It may have taken a hop off the bag if it hit it. And way into the corner, too. It kept rolling. It had a lot of speed off the bat. 0-1 count on O'Brien. O'Brien sends one in the center. Cameron King running in, still going. It's Khalees backpedaling and making the grab on the run to get him out. The Rats need one run to stop this from being a head-home early game. 12-4 your score.
All right, fans.
The Rats trying to hang on. They only need one run, and it falls into the hands of Cameron King to lead off. First pitch swinging. 81 miles per hour, some good velo from Cherepena.
Yeah, Cherepena's got an interesting slot on him.
Up the middle, and O'Sullivan getting the glove, taking his time, making the throw. The speedy King can't beat that one out. One away.
That was a good job by O'Sullivan, collecting his feet there. Looked like he didn't have control of it initially, but he was able to fire a dart across the diamond and get King, who was known as a speedy runner.
Cameron King definitely turned on the Jets that time.
As I was saying before he grounded out to short, though, Cherepena does have an interesting arm slot that allows him to be a little more deceptive to hitters. So his velo may not play as much, but because of the slot and the approach angle and everything like that, it does play better than it.
What would you call that arm slot? Like, it's not 3/4, but it's not sidearm. It's almost like...
It's kind of like I don't even want to say submarine, but it's as close to it as you would get.
Cherepena comes set against Pittman, who swings at a breaking ball for strike 2.
Short arm.
An 0-2 count. Still looking to hang on. Braden Khalees on deck. Would be their last hope. The 0-2 from Cherepena. Breaking pitch and punching him out looking.
Nice pitch.
And just like that, it falls into the hands of Braden Calise.
Shortstop, number 2.
Yeah, and Christian, I'd probably call that honestly a low three-quarter or short arm slot. You know, he's really bringing it out right at the shoulder. But that was a nice pitch there to retire Pittman.
Braden Calise has the power to do something magical here. If he could see his pitch and he gets it there. Right field sending Bronner back, but it's just not enough. And that'll do it.
Ball game, folks.
A mercy rule for the Suns, 12-4. An outstanding performance of offense. The Suns inching closer to the playoffs, and the Rats falling in defeat. Man, what a game.
What a game indeed, Christian. DeLand coming around, getting the win tonight. Great job by them. I know that they were going through their struggles in the beginning of the season, but it's good to see them come back, fight against the best team in the league record-wise, and get the win as they are fighting for rankings in the playoffs.
The Suns will come back here tomorrow to face Sanford. From all of us at the Florida League, Marcelo, Brady, and all of us in between, we thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night. So long.